For more analysis from an educator's point of view, we have Steve Perry, the principal of Capital Preparatory Magnet School in Hartford, Connecticut. He is also the author of Push Has Come to Shove, Getting Our Kids the Education They Deserve. And this is a very hot topic for everyone who has kids and for those planning to have kids. Beijing has reduced the emphasis on English for the college testing exam. How big of a deal is this?
I think it's a pretty big deal because I can understand why the Chinese would decide that they'd like to focus more on children learning Chinese. However, one of the things that has made Chinese students so competitive internationally is that they are able to compete in an era when English is the language in this country.
I know the irony of all this, but I'm going to ask a dumb question here. Do you need to know English to be successful in life if you were born today?
Not in the least. In fact, the world is becoming more global. However, what we do see is that the world's largest economy seems to be insulating itself by making this decision. What we do know is that many Chinese students, 200,000 a year, are applying to American colleges, and in that sense, it would mean a very limited impact, a very significant impact on the number of children who could apply and participate.
The elephant in the room is, why was this decision made? Why do you think?
I think that China is looking and saying it's a lot of money and a lot of time to learn a language that isn't native to our country. I can understand why. However, the rest of the world seems to be going in the opposite direction. Not just the United States, but in many parts of Europe and Africa, children know multiple languages, and so it's not seen as a negative issue, but in fact a positive issue to learn more than one language.
I want to clarify something too for our viewers, because we're not saying they're not going to learn English. We're just saying it's not going to be part of the college entrance test. So of course, there are millions of students, if not tens of millions of students, learning English at a very young age, all the way through to college and even after college. I just want to clarify that as well. The education market for China, there are obviously a lot of institutions in China teaching English, English-related classes. Are the opportunities still there?
I believe the opportunities are still there. As you mentioned, it's not saying that they're not going to teach English. It's just saying that's not going to be part of the examination to get into college. However, I think what this does on many levels is it makes the education industry even more responsible to teach and ensure that young people in China do in fact know English, because it becomes more of a private citizen's responsibility as opposed to something that is nationally expected.
You and I know this very well, and a lot of people in this building. We go to school, we hope to go to college, we study hard, we get out, we hope to get a job. It's not that simple, obviously. You go to college, you study, you get a job, and you realize either you're not going to get the job that you actually want, or you're not going to get paid what you thought you would get paid. This is a challenge in every part of the world, but especially in China as well, because of the sheer number of people graduating. What do they do?
Well, it seems that some of them are looking for the more secure jobs, which is to work for the government. That's not uncommon in this country. Individuals who look to find some form of job security don't typically look to the private sector. I do, however, think that that limits the number of individuals who do go into the private sector and use their creativity to push the economy in a different direction. It puts more people on the roles of the public as opposed to those people who are funding the public's employees, which is in fact problematic.
Steve Perry, thank you very much. Author of Push Has Come to Shove. Hope to see you in Washington, D.C. soon.